One of the things we were really interested in is there'd been a massive boom in the use of iPads in our schools. A lot of schools had taken on the technology, they'd gone out and bought themselves some iPads. They hadn't really thought through the fact that it is a personal device and what could the iPad be used for to enhance learning. One of the things we wanted to do with the ICT and Communities project was to have Josh work with teachers to create a lesson sequence in which they use the iPad as a central ingredient to their teaching. So we had some planning time with teachers, so Josh would work one-on-one with a teacher. They'd plan using the technology and then Josh would come back and help deliver the lesson sequences alongside the teacher. Our aim of that was to make sure that the iPads are being integrated into the curriculum. We wanted to make sure that the iPads were becoming an integral part of what was happening in the day-to-day curriculum. Like every new piece of technology that comes into a school system, the staff need time to adapt, and so the feedback from staff has been really positive around that. I think the thing that our teachers loved especially was the fact that they had a chance to work with someone in a one-on-one capacity, and they had time to sit down and learn how they could best use these iPads.
One of the things we were looking at that we thought we might need at Bulla Camp is access to iPads. Not only will we get the iPads, but we'd also get the expertise as to how to implement them in classrooms, how to use them at school. We thought it'd be useful to make sure that we had one for each student and one for each teacher. Probably the focus of Josh's visit initially was to get to know the kids, to get to know the teachers and get to know the community. By seeing what the community and the school and the kids were all about and where our needs were, he could then tailor the program that he was delivering to what we needed. I guess there's two sides to it. On the one hand, they just see it as part of their normal schoolwork. It's not so much an iPad lesson, it's just part of what we do in class in our literacy or our numeracy.
One of the projects that we did when you first came out, we were reading the book Too Many Cheeky Dogs. That was really good. We took the kids out into the community with their iPads. So we read the story in the classroom and then we'd extend the kids' understanding of the story and also connect the kids to the community.
With my preschool did not count from 1 to 5. But as soon as we showed them how to do it on that little math game what we got in the iPad, they can return now. Because they see the numbers on the iPad as well, and then they usually trace the numbers. It's got the number sound as well, so they can hear what number they're pressing.
Really good story was Marcus, who one of the kids in the class is very shy and reserved and normally doesn't take a leadership role. And about a week ago he filmed using iMovie. He actually coordinated the whole junior primary kids into this story. It was a bit of a funny story, but and they all dressed up with paint, face paint and stuff. And he directed, I think it was about 7 other kids in this little story. And he wouldn't have done that without the iPads.
They learned how to take a photo, they learned how to take videos, they learned how to make iMovie, they learned how to do the iMotion, they learned how to do stories, they learned the maps.
Adrian's a bit of a reluctant reader sometimes. He's just sort of really come out of his shell. I saw him there one day, he had a teddy bear type thing and he actually had the iPad filming the teddy bear and he was sitting there with a book reading to the teddy bear. So he saw that as a role that he could take on, that he was, helping someone else and make believe, but he was still doing that reading. He's also gained a bit of confidence in that he's really come on board with the iPads and he can show other kids how to use them. That sort of confidence rubs on all areas of his classroom.
I think it's a good thing because kids should learn to work together. In school, that's the main target, is just to working together.
We had a community barbecue and it was really the impetus, I suppose, to get the community up and so we could show the parents and the kids could show the parents what they've been doing and what these new iPads are all about. We had a good take-up on that. We had a lot of parents came up and it was just really nice to see the kids showing their parents and the parents were really interested. One of the comments that Penny, one of our assistant teachers, made earlier today about it was great for parents to be able to have their photo taken with their kids. I mean, I guess that's something a lot of us just take for granted, but for some of these people, they don't have that opportunity. So, and the kids were driving it. It wasn't, one of us taking the photo. The kids had the iPad, they were taking the photos, so they were in control of it. I know it's sort of a side issue, but it's a really important thing to help the way we work in schools too. That community relations is something we can't overemphasise just how important it is.
It's been a really productive partnership and one that will grow into the future, and we hope to keep working with Culture Tech down the line to keep the relationship going with schools, but to also make sure that the good work that we've started is built on and that we really improve that integration of technologies into the classroom.
It's something for us. It's not right, here's the program, this is the way you do it, you follow the manual. It's tailor-made and it's delivered and it's thinking about what we need. So I think that's been a big plus in making everything that we've done so successful.